Hey YouTube, what's up? It's your girl D Simone here, and I am back today with another video. Actually a series. This is just going to be a series on how I construct a closure wig from start to finish. Okay, so I have this closure. It's a pre-plucked closure, if you can see that. I don't know where I got it from though, but I'm starting with this bleach. I have some 30 volume developer, and I also have this Purple Rage Adore rinse. And a bowl and a brush, of course, and I'm taking this foil and moving all these things out the way so I can start with my bleach. I'm just taking one scoop since this is a closure. If it was a frontal, I would have did two. And you want to start little by little mixing the developer in, because you don't want the consistency of this to be runny at all. You want this to be kind of thick so it doesn't seep through the holes of your closure. So you want to just add little by little and get the consistency that you see now. And a little tip from Tierra Monet, make sure the brush stands up and put in a few droplets of the Purple Rage coloring. This is just to combat the oranginess that you're going to get from the bleach and dyeing the lace. Just makes it a little less orangey for you. More blendable. So I'm going to start by just brushing it on the closure. You want to make sure you don't press. You just want to literally brush it right over the top just so it gets on the surface. You don't want the bleach to seep through the knots and go onto the actual hair. And you want to flip it over and place it face down so that the bleach is against the foil. And you just want to make sure it's straight and put the timer on 20 minutes. Now I am rinsing it off. 20 minutes later, I'm rinsing it so that the bleach does not get back onto the hair, and taking this neutralizing shampoo. Neutralizing shampoo just goes to make sure that the bleach stops processing the hair so it doesn't get any lighter. And I'm just rinsing this through, and it will rinse out white when it is done. And as you can see, this is the closure beforehand. And now I am going in with this Shimmer Light shampoo. This is a purple shampoo, doing kind of the same thing as the rinse, just getting rid of some of that orangey brassiness. And I'm just leaving that to sit for 20 minutes, and this is how it came out. You can see it's a lot less orangey, and it just looks better. So now I am taking this Tupperware. It has water in it, boiling water. I put it on like 2 minutes, and I am taking the Adore rinse in the color mocha, and I'm just mixing it in. You want to do like a spoonful or so, but depending on how dark your skin is or your client's skin is, you want to add more or less. I kind of know how much works for me, so that was enough. And of course you can get other browns that are lighter and the darker if you need to, but this color just works for me and all the people's hair I've done, so I just use it. And after you left that in there to soak for about 20 minutes, you're going to take it out, and now you can see that it is the color of my skin. So it worked. So that's one thing you can do if the closure is a little bit lighter than you, to get the same color. So now I am just putting the closure on my mannequin head with the T-pins and combing it out just so I can start plucking. And it's easier to pluck when the frontal or the closure is wet. And I'm just taking these tweezers. I got these from Ulta. You want to make sure you get a good set of tweezers when you do this, because it pulls out more hair at a time than just the $1 ones you can get at the beauty supply store. But yeah, I'm just slowly tweezing across the front of the closure first. And if you comb it out, the hair comes out that you just plucked. So you want to make sure you keep doing that so you don't get too many loose hairs and it starts to tangle. So now I am making a little tiny part between a sliver of hair in the front, and I'm plucking. You can see the way I'm plucking. I'm plucking both ways this time. And this just gives it a more blended look. I'm gonna do this about 2 or 3 times, do parts going back and pluck on both sides of it, and it just makes it blend together easier. And doing it this way also allows you to pluck less at a time, so you're not just plucking a whole lot in one section and then going back. So I like, doing it that way because of that too. And I'm just going back in the front area, and I'm just taking out some of the hair where I see is bulky. And I am just repeating that on the other side now. Going back and forth, making my parts. And yeah, since y'all heard me talk about this before, I'm just gonna let some music play and y'all can just watch what I do.
My street clothes, so don't believe that you know how this goes. You don't know about my life beyond these wrinkles and folds.
Look, mama told me I smell like outside. Never understood the meaning of that phrase till I got a little older. That meant the dirt I did outside my place of residence left a resonance. She could sense it, which explains why she was stressing.
So now you can see how it's starting to lay out and how the front looks more natural than it did, when we started out. And onto the middle. Since this already came with the plucked part, I don't have to do as much plucking, but I still want to do a little bit. I'm just going back and forth, and if the part didn't have if the part wasn't already pre-plucked, I'll be doing the same thing, making little parts and plucking, just to get the perfect amount of hair plucked out. And now, finally, moving on to the baby hairs. Okay, so, everybody's different. Everybody has different looking baby hairs. I like my baby hairs kind of long. I know some people like them short, but I like them kind of long because I really don't like to lay them down all that much. So that's where I put them at, and I cut them a little shorter once I put the wig on and customize it to my actual head. But you can make the baby hairs, as short as long as you want to. This is just the length that works for me, and I'm doing a little bit of point cutting just so it isn't so blunt on the ends of the baby hairs. So you want to do that on both sides. I mean, if you don't want baby hairs, that's okay too. You don't have to have them, but they just make the hairline look a little bit more natural. And with that being said, I am finished. As you can see how it looks up top versus on the bottom. Just a big difference. You look so much more natural once you pluck your closures and customize them. So with that being said, thank you guys for watching this video, and I will see you in part 2. Alright guys, catch you later.
Make you my girlfriend for the night.